There's actual chunks of sea bass. There's lime leaves, lemongrass, chili, all the spices that you know and love from Tom Yum. First time trying it dry. I didn't even know this dish existed until we came here. Beautiful thing about Songkhla is also the diversity. So we're actually on a street here that there's a mosque right next to me. There's also, you'll find Thai temples here, Chinese Buddhist temple. So you have a mix here of Thai, Chinese, even Malay. And speaking of Malay, we actually found a roti shop here. Nice and chewy, but what I love is it has this side of curry. Interestingly, this has minced chicken inside too. That beautiful cumin, little spice, slightly sweet too, which is interesting. But I love the flavor of this chicken. You combine it with that roti, it feels like we're back in Malaysia. We actually are only a couple hours away driving. Songkhla is very close to the border. What we also have here is the tea. See, she put the tea into that sock, pour the hot water. Now, even though it's not teteric, it tastes just like teteric. It has that perfect blend. You really taste the tea. It's slightly sweet from the condensed milk, and there's also a little bit of evaporated milk, so it's that creamy tea combo. It's great. This street here has a lot of halal restaurants on it too, right by the mosque, so it's very cool. I love the cultural diversity of this city.
This next spot that we are going to highlight, we have our friends Pat and Julia, Veggies on Tour, to thank for because they let us here. This place, it's a vegetarian spot. Imagine having vegetarian food with Thai flavors. Healthy version of Thai food. Healthier version actually of Thai food. All right, let's go.
When it comes to vegetarian food, we love South Indian vegetarian food and Sri Lankan vegetarian food. But it's the first time having Thai vegetarian food right here in Songkhla, and just the spices, you could just see how boldly flavored this is gonna be. There's chopped up lemongrass all on top of this tofu. You have this green curry here that look absolutely beautiful. I love how they serve it out of these floral pots in the front. It's more like steam table style eating, which we love. Really got a kick in there too, the chilies, the lemongrass. I don't usually eat tofu that much, but with lemongrass and really got a kick in there too, the chilies, the lemongrass. I don't usually eat tofu that much, but with lemongrass and chilies on it like this, I can eat this kind of tofu very, very often. Really got a kick in there too, the chilies, the lemongrass. I don't usually eat tofu that much, but with lemongrass and chilies on it like this, I can eat this kind of tofu very, very often. This green curry here is really a must order, especially the way it just soaks up into the rice. And it also comes with, looks like chayote. There's that nice creamy coconut milk, little spicy, lemongrass, and you really don't miss the meat when it comes to this. That's what's beautiful about this place. There's just such bold flavors in the food that you don't miss the meat at all. You actually feel like you're eating healthy. Usually about 8 or 9 different choices that you can choose over rice. The earlier the better, they start running out. And this place is open till about 2 or 3 o'clock.
In this part of the episode, which is made possible by you, where you buy us a coffee, we do the walking, and also the drinking. Thanks to you, right down here, for making this even more possible. Help us support more local coffee shops like this one by buying us a coffee. Thank you! This might be the biggest iced coffee ever in our life.
Looks more like a beer mug than a coffee mug. But I'm cool with that. This place is really cool. It's called Mana Cafe Sri Suda. It's named after because this is on Sri Suda Alley here in Songkhla. Nice front yard area where everyone's sitting. These little small wooden tables, wooden stools. It's a real funky layout. I love it. It's a family-owned spot, and they make their coffee right on this cart right behind you. So they use the mocha espresso percolator type device. It's really cool. Like really old school. I just love it. Like when we first came here, we fell in love with the spot. He actually has a manual coffee grinder. He grinds the beans by hand. An espresso machine, but it's like a different style called a mocha. It's really cool. I haven't really seen it used before coming here. I know it exists, but something different compared to what we've seen in Thailand where they have the espresso machines like you're maybe used to. Great coffee. This is so nice and refreshing. Just all that ice. It's strong, but it's not really bitter. It's smooth. Just love the vibe of this place. There's no place quite like it.
Get our main meal of the day. Let's have dessert first before they close. This dessert spot, there's just too many of them here, but apparently, is this the original?
It's debated which is the original one. We're gonna break it down for you exactly what this is. This is a very unique style of ice cream here, originated in Songkhla. Might be the most famous dish in all of Songkhla. It's a very unique style of ice cream. They use egg yolk. That's right, egg yolks on ice cream. Sounds crazy, right?
Have you ever tried ice cream with egg yolk? Uncooked eggs.
That's right.
Here we are, about to have it.
Yep, so Songkhla has a few different old ice cream shops here. Some are about 100 years old. And this is one of them here, Bangli Hyang. It's a really cool spot. What makes this one unique is that they actually have one that you can have with green mung beans, which is what we got. They have 2 flavors of ice creams, coconut. You really get the eggy flavor on it. gives it like a really kind of a chewy consistency, because as it gets colder, it kind of solidifies some more. So it gives it a different texture to go with the ice cream, and it blends really well with that vanilla, especially. So if you come here, you gotta get it with mung beans.
The mung beans adds more texture to it. Not really funky at all. It tastes really good.
You definitely do taste that egg yolk. It comes in pretty strong, but it doesn't overwhelm it. It's so refreshing. Delicacies shop gives you 2 flavors. You can get coconut and the vanilla, which we got. You can get just 1 flavor, but I like it to mix, so you get a variation of the flavors. But I really think the mung beans make this a winner.
Yeah.
Generation 3.
Generation 3. Generation 4.
Oh, so cool to meet the family. So now it's on the 3rd and 4th generations of this shop. It's been open for 100 years. So special.
Amazing. Originally, the recipe came from China, and they brought it here since this was or used to be a very big trading.
Delicacies shop gives you 2 flavors. You can get coconut and the vanilla, which we got. You can get just 1 flavor, but I like it to mix, so you get a variation of the flavors. But I really think the mung beans make this a winner.
Yeah.
Generation 3.
Generation 3. Generation 4.
Oh, so cool to meet the family. So now it's on the 3rd and 4th generations of this shop. It's been open for 100 years. So special.
Amazing. Originally, the recipe came from China, and they brought it here since this was or used to be a very big trading port in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
This next stop is also part of a Songkhla town's rich history. Apparently, this is
It's one of the oldest restaurants. It's around 80 years old, this place. It's a Thai Chinese restaurant. We haven't even been here yet. It's our first time.
So we'll take a look, see what they have. Since Songkhla is by the water, we are so excited to have seafood.
Alright, so we're at the spot called Tae Hyang Ao. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's an old school Thai Chinese restaurant right here in the middle of Old Town Songkhla. I love the vibe of this place. It's very open and high ceiling. Even there's a picture of New York City on the wall. Makes us feel quite at home. Older picture too. I love the vibe of this place. They specialize in seafood here, so of course, like Jimmy said, we got a lot of seafood. Got some really interesting dishes here. I'm gonna start off with this one. It's a dry tom yum with sea bass. There's actual chunks of sea bass. There's lime leaves, lemongrass, chili, all the spices that you know and love from tom yum. First time trying it dry. I didn't even know this dish existed until we came here. Of course, you gotta have it over rice because it's that thicker sauce. Instead of a broth, it's more like a gravy. That is just delicious. I love the combo of those flavors, sweet, sour, spicy. That kick of the lime leaf is really strong. There's whole lime leaves in here. Whole stalks of lemongrass. So it's little like the texture of the sauce is more like on that starchier side, but I love it because it has those Thai tom yum flavors. It's delicious. All right, up next we have this green mango salad, shredded. Comes with a little bit of chilies on the side. Add some chilies too. Very refreshing, crisp. It has a little of that fishy flavor because there's some shredded preserved squid in here too. Very refreshing and light. It's got that perfect fresh green mango flavor. Really nice order, but it's very refreshing. It's one of the specialties here at this restaurant.
My favorite way of eating fish is deep fried. And I don't think I've had mullet before, but it tastes so good and it tastes so fresh. And then they also have fish egg. It's also deep fried. And this fish also has more eggs. I'm eating plenty of fish right now in one fish. I don't know what to say that. This is my favorite. Gotta enjoy more of this fish. And you'll see this fish. Wow. That is delicious. It's all crunchy. I could just eat the whole thing.